Hi everyone, let's jump right into week 6. My first suggestion for this week is part 3 of mindful eating. We're bringing it all together this week. I want you to breathe, chew your food, and now eat without distractions. This means no media, TV, your phone, even books. Don't eat while you're driving. Just eat. If you're a mother of young kids, I know this can seem unrealistic, but they aren't the distractions I'm asking you to try and remove. I just want to encourage you to set aside sensory input from devices or other media and truly experience your meal. Let your senses tap into what your food looks and smells like, the texture and taste of it in your mouth. Bonus points if you can think about where your food came from and all that it took to get to your table, and express gratitude for it. As you experience a meal, you are giving yourself an opportunity to get grounded, be present, and calm your nervous system, which, as a reminder, promotes digestion and helps you know how your body responds to different foods. You may learn something about what your body needs more or less of when it comes to fuel as you're more mindful when you eat. My second suggestion also applies to mental health as well as physical. I want you to beware of your thoughts. The adversary knows just how powerful our thoughts can be. I believe that the commandment to watch our thoughts goes beyond keeping them chaste. In Mosiah 4:30, we're taught that we need to watch our thoughts because that's our first line of defense. We think, then speak, then act accordingly. So if we can be aware of the thoughts, we are better able to act with intent instead of just react as we are driven by our emotional brain or the natural man. So when you consider your thoughts, I want you to think about what thoughts do you have about yourself? Are you kind? Would you talk that way to a friend? What are you reading? What are you watching? Who are you talking to? How much time do you spend around negative people? When your mind is negative, cortisol is going to spike. What's the big deal about cortisol? Well, it's a powerful hormone that raises your blood sugar, and an excess amount of it can lead to insulin resistance. High cortisol levels is one of the main factors of fat retention around the midsection. Women over 35 are more susceptible to the effects of cortisol. So if you're struggling with weight gain in that area, you may need to look at managing your cortisol levels along with your nutrition and exercise. The answer could be scaling back on physical activity, especially the week before your period, and getting more sleep. Other ways that cortisol can be increased is through fasting. If you practice intermittent fasting, I would like you to vary your fasting lengths. And Dr. Mindy Pelz has a lot of resources about how women need to vary their fasting lengths according to their cycle. And in this week's email, I'm going to attach a PDF that I have created that is a great little reference, I think. Also, exercise, you want to vary the types of exercise that you do and make sure you have recovery days. So you don't want to be doing high intensity workouts every single time you go work out. Again, like I said before, you want to vary your exercise according to your hormone levels and make sure that you cut back on the high impact, really demanding workouts the week before your period, because that's when you are more susceptible to the effects of cortisol. Other things that spike your cortisol are processed foods and not getting enough sleep. So consider those factors when looking to decrease your cortisol. But above all, this week, I want you to think about your thoughts